Hey guys, it's Mary and welcome back to Study Journey. I'm back with another AMC 12 problem of the week video, and this one is an advanced geometric problem. So if you like geometry, this is a really good one. And this is also going to be using similar triangles and logic to answer the problem. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. This is AMC 12A problem 17 from the year 2021. Trapezoid ABCD has AB is parallel to CD, BC equals CD equals 43, and AD is perpendicular to BD. Let O be the intersection of the diagonals AC and BD, and let P be the midpoint of BD. Given that OP is equal to 11, and length of AD can be written in the form n times the square root of n, where m and n are positive integers and n is not divisible by the square of any prime, what is m plus n? And then here are your answer choices. So the key words here are that this is a trapezoid, and it tells you AB is parallel to CD, and it tells you the lengths of BC and CD, and it tells you that AD is perpendicular to BD. O is going to be the intersection of these two lines, and which is the diagonals, and then P is going to be the midpoint of BD. OP is equal to 11, and it is asking you what is the length of AD in this form. So basically, the first step is to find the length of AD, and then we can do all of this and add n plus n together. So with what we already know, I'm going to draw a diagram so we can better visualize this and maybe find some properties. Okay, so we know that these two lines are equal to each other, and then these AB is parallel to DC. So we're trying to find the length of AD, which is this length right here. We know these two lengths, and we know this one right here, and we know that this is the midpoint. So DP is equal to PB. So we can try to find the lengths of other lines, so we can use those to find the length of AD. So first, we can see that the triangle ABO and the triangle CDO are actually similar. Because right here, this triangle right here and this triangle right here, since these two lines are parallel to each other, we know that this angle ABD is equal to the angle BDC, and the angle BAC is equal to the angle ACD, and these are obviously equal to each other. So we know that these two triangles are similar to each other. So we know that AB over CD is equal to BO over OD, which is equal to BP plus 11 over BP minus 11. Because that's the same as OD. Okay. So basically, right here, we can use other triangles to hopefully figure out one of these variables, and then we can plug it in to find one of these lengths. So we can see that another triangle BPC right here, since this triangle DCB, this is isosceles triangle. These two lines are equal, then that means this angle right here is also equal to this angle right here. And since this is the midpoint of BD, then we can see this is also going to be perpendicular, because angle bisector and the bisector of the side and is also the perpendicular line of an isosceles triangle. Basically, what this means is that this is also perpendicular. And since we know that this angle is equal to this angle, and this is also perpendicular right here, and the triangles BPC and BDA, these two triangles are also similar to each other. If we can see right here, BPC, so this angle BPC is a right triangle, and then the angle BDA right here, this is also a perpendicular angle. And then these two angles are similar to each other, so that must mean that this angle is similar to this whole angle right here. So now that we know that these two triangles are similar to each other, we know the length of BC. And since we know that BP is half of BD, this gives us the thing that says BD over BP. So this whole thing over half of it is equal to 2. And this is also going to be equal to AB over BC. Since BC is 43, we know that this is going to be AB over 43. Now we can simplify this. So since we know that 2 is equal to AB over 43, then we know that AB is going to be equal to 43 times 2, which is going to be 86. So now that we know these two triangles are 2 times of each other, then we know that the side length of BC is 1/2 the side length of AB. So this is going to take us back to this triangle right here. Because since we know, this is so perfect, because since we know that BC is equal to CD and BC is 43, and obviously right now we know that AB is 86. Well, since this is also 43, this is also going to be 1/2 of this. So the triangle ABO is actually twice as large as the triangle of CDO. So all of this is going to be equal to 2. Now we can simplify this equation because we know that AB is going to be equal to 86, so this is also going to be equal to 86 over CD. Now to simplify this, we just multiply it over, so this is going to be equal to x plus 11 is equal to 2 times x minus 11. So BP is going to be equal to 33, and then since we know BP is going to be 33, then we can plug this into this formula and find the formula for a BD. So BD over BP is equal to 2. And then we know that BP is equal to 33. So BD over 33 is 2. That means BD is going to be equal to 66. Now, so we know BP right here is going to be 33. BD, since this is 33 too, then that means 33 minus 11, this is going to be 22. So we know that this is going to be 22. Then to find the length of AD, this is going to be really easy. Because right here, I'm going to draw a bigger diagram right here. This is going to be A, this is going to be D, and this is going to be B. This is the right triangle right here. And then right here, that is this angle. So basically what this means is we know the length of AB is 86. We know the length of BD is 66. So to find AD, we just have to use the Pythagorean theorem. So AD is just going to be equal to the square root of 86 squared minus 66 squared. And this gives us 4 times the square root of 190. So this is in simplest form because 190 is equal to 19 times 10, which can't be simplified down anymore. So the question is asking you what is m plus n, where m is this and then here is n, because it is written in the form m times the square root of n. So m plus n is going to be 4 plus 190, and which is equal to 194, and that is going to be your answer. Looking at our answer choices, we can see that the answer is going to be D, 194.